Hello and welcome to this overview of EMC Grab and ELAB Advisor. The agenda for today's presentation is an executive summary, a description of the problem statements that drove the need for these tools, how we solved the problems, just a quick discussion of the benefits of these tools, a quick demonstration, and some useful links to be able to get to them. So just before we get started, a quick overview of some of the terms that will be used today. EMC Grab. EMC Grab is a data collection utility that runs on Unix hosts. EMC Reports. EMC Reports is a data collection utility that runs on Windows hosts. These two tools are commonly referred to as grabs collectively. ELAB Advisor, or ELA. This is a web application that automates the processing of these collections, provides migration readiness, interop, and environment reports. And ELAB Navigator, which is the source of the support matrices that are used by ELA to check for supportability. And last, ECT, the Environment Collection Tool, which is a desktop application that automates running grabs on hosts, uploading them to ELA, and retrieving the available reports. So a quick summary. So the grab collects the host data with the minimum amount of effort required and manual intervention. They can then be processed through ELA, which will then check them against the support matrix, give an indication of their migration readiness and interoperability status. Having this capability saves us an average of $1.2 million a month versus manual effort to do the same thing. It increases the productivity of the support services organization and reduces time to resolution for support cases. ELA today has thousands of users across hundreds of companies. We process an average of 15,000 grabs per month and generate approximately 20,000 reports per month. This provides tremendous value to customers, partners, and employees in the areas of migration planning, interoperability checking, documentation of the environment, and troubleshooting of issues. So let's talk about some of the problem statements that drove the need for these tools. A big one is, how can I determine if my environment is migration ready and compliant with the DELLEMC support matrix without having to manually check each asset? Another problem is, how can I easily document the results of these checks automatically? And how can I easily provide information about my environment to support? The steps involved to do this typically start with a manual discovery process run on each individual asset. The resulting collections then need to be uploaded to somebody to start the review process. That person would do an analysis of the data, which can be very time-consuming when done manually. And then finally, that information has to be processed into some sort of report. So what's the solution to this? Just automate the process. So in the discovery area, we can automate collection through the use of the EMC Grab, as well as gathering the switch info through a simple one-command collection. We can further automate this through the use of the ECT tool. We can then upload that information to ELA directly, or allow the ECT tool to upload that information automatically. ELA will then perform the analysis of all of the uploaded information, and that information can then be used to generate any of the available reports indicating migration readiness, interoperability, or general capture of the environment. So let's talk about the benefits of Grab. It provides an automated method to collect the host data, which saves time versus manual collection and helps to avoid human error. The collection method can be adjusted to collect only the data needed for a given purpose. That would be minimal collection for migration planning, since only a subset of information is needed, or a full collection for support cases. This decreases the service's costs and improves efficiency in customer engagements and does improve time to resolution for support. So let's talk about the benefits of ELA. ELA provides time savings through automated processing versus manual methods, minimization of human error, an easy determination of migration readiness and interoperability, automated documentation of assets, and improved time to resolution for support. The benefits of this are decreased delivery cost and increased efficiency in engagements, provision of key inputs into migration planning for engagements, and here we can just see some of the statistical information about number of grabs processed, the number of reports generated. Now let's just do a very quick demo of how ELA works. On the ELA site, you come into the upload section where you will then pick a file to upload, and it can be grabs or switch collections. You would hit choose file. You can then populate an SR number if there happens to be one, provide a project name if you wish, and a site name if you wish, and then you would click on upload and create the reports. An upload process will occur, the reports will get uploaded and processed. You will then have, on the report search tab, a listing of all the reports that are generated in a tabular form. You'll get a summary of the status of the report for reports where a status is provided. In this case, there's a host grab here which has just a notice that there's something that needs some attention but is not necessarily going to prevent any further action. And in this case, a switch report that shows everything is okay. You have the option to download them in the formats available. In this case, the host and switch reports can be PDF or HTML, and the migration readiness reports are in an Excel format. To generate reports against any of these hosts, you can select any of the report generation buttons down below. So, for example, if I want to generate a migration readiness report, I click the button, I would enter a name of the report. I then pick the array that I want to migrate onto. In this case, I'll just pick a Unity. I can then select the microcode version that's running on the array, and I would then click Create Report, and the report will get generated. There is an option to modify which particular values get added into the report, but all are available by default. There's also an option, if you've uploaded multiple hosts, to select only the hosts you wish to have in the report, available on this tab here as shown. So after the report is generated, you can download it and take a look. We'll take a look through the migration readiness report here. It opens up to an information panel, which will just show you some explanations of the content of the report and how to read it. You will then also get a list of any issues filtered out by host to show what was discovered. This is useful for easily identifying areas that might need attention. You then get a tab that has information about each host broken down by operating system. You get an overall indication of the migration readiness status of the hosts that are on the report. In this case, green is ready to migrate and red requires remediation. You also get an indication of post-migration interop status, and this will show you that something is all at target levels. If it's green, or if it's yellow, it'll show you there are things that are allowed but are not necessarily a target, which means you don't need to take any remediation steps right away, but you will want to look at remediating at some point. And if anything shows up as red, it means not supported and immediate remediation is necessary. If you should happen to pick a VMAX array that supports NDM, or in the future other arrays that support NDM, we also have this NDM tab, which gives you a quick indication of whether or not NDM can be used to migrate a host. In this case, this host shows is all green and ready to migrate, so it can be migrated with NDM if you choose. That concludes the demo. And here are just some useful links to be able to get to ELA and to grab. This is a direct link to the ELA application. You can also download the grabs and reports as well as access ELA from the support site at support.emc.com. You can also download the grabs from the FTP site at the ftp.emc.com/pub/emcgrab. And you can also get general information about all these applications as well as any of the other applications that GS Applications Development looks after on our central dashboard located at psapps.emc.com. This concludes this overview. Thank you for watching. Hope it was useful to you. If you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us, and have a great day. Thank you.